Hello, everybody. Can you hear me okay? Oh, Susan, that is no fun. Like, that's not even a skip school so you can play hooky and have fun kind of day. I'm sorry to hear that. Hello, Denise. I'm I have been waiting for this launch for I can't even tell you how long. In fact, I don't know if you can see it. No, you can't, but back there in the corner, it used to have like all my projects on deck that I was going to do a video for. I ditched it and I put all the things that I think would be a fun craft table test item. So I'm pretty pumped up about it. Hello, Cotty. How are you today? Hey, Cotty, I have a question for you. Have you and Joanne posted your is your live up yet? I was going to put it on here and I didn't see it this morning, but it might be up there. Hi, Hope. I just wanted to make sure I led everybody to the party next Monday. If you don't know, Cotty and Joanne, Junk Journal Joanne, are hosting a slumber party on Monday night. I think it's 6 p.m. Eastern time. Did I get that right? Oh, you did get both of them. I was going to ask you the other day if you got both of the packages or if just one had arrived. Well, I have since found more things for well, I'm not going to tell you what I found. Probably not till tomorrow. Okay. Well, if you're watching and you haven't, and is it going to be on both your channels or is it going to be, is just one of you hosting? I'm guessing probably you, Cotty. So go over and check out Junk Journal Joanne and Cotty at the Brass Twig. Actually, I probably can add it here. I'm pretty. Hey, Naomi, how are you? How are things up in Canada? Hey, Janet, how are you today? Okay, just yours. Awesome, good to know. I'm gonna give you a wrench, Cotty, because I want you to be able to put your channels up there. There we go. Or should I put you in timeout? Because that's an option. I can put you in timeout. Do you need to be in timeout today? Have you been shopping online when you're not supposed to? I'm just checking. There we go. You're official. Hey, Susie, how are you? I was thinking about you today. You were on my mind. I now found a new auction site. Oh, God be with you, girl. God be with you. We're only, let's see, today's the 14th. We're only 14 days into April. Holy cannoli. I just realized I need to do something very quickly. You know, I told you we celebrate big time in April because we have a lot of birthdays. And today is my nephew Bo's birthday, and I have yet to say happy birthday to him. So happy birthday, Bo. Not that he would ever watch my videos. Oh, yeah. So it's been a party month over here at the house. There we go. It's official. And Cotty, you're official now. Oh, you'll do fine. It's super easy. The only problem or the only hard part about it is when you get that many people. If you're on it doesn't matter what device you're on. If you're on a device, like they all kind of stack up. So you have to always make sure you're scrolling because you might not see them on there. But once they're on there, you're fine. See, you have a lot of birthdays in April too. Yeah. So Demi's was the 7th. Mine was the 11th. Bo's is the 14th. My grandma's is the 19th. And Zenny, the Cockapoos, is the 29th. So we're very, very busy family in April. You're losing it. So is this an auction site? Like, is it like high bid? Or is it something local? The one thing that kind of bums me out, about auctions, at least around here, is, you know, we're in a farm community, so I'm used to having always had live auctions like that you could just go to. And man, if you want to talk about a dopamine hit, that is it. Like it is so much fun. But after, well, after the lockdown, they really went to doing almost all of them online. And it's just not, I mean, occasionally there'll be one. But between those and estate sales, I mean, I was in seventh heaven, and we have great garage sales, but you know, we only have a limited time from like now until October in the Midwest, you know, for then people start dying off. They don't do yard sales when it's freezing freaking cold out. Um, oh, oh, Copy. You got to let me know if you're bidding on stuff, Sandy and I, because you know we don't want to be outbidding each other. We can all share the love if you're bidding on the same thing. It is pretty fun, but you have to be careful. Like, that's one of my. I feel like rotting instead of you know, doom scrolling on my phone. I doom scroll through high bid auctions and find things. So, high bid is, and they do have it in Canada because I've seen a lot of auctions that are from Canadian auctioneers, and it's just highbid.com, and you can go and search the auctions, or if you're looking for something specific, then you can go and, you know, figure that out. And I think you can even put in like, don't quote me on this, maybe Cotty knows, but I think you can put it in just kind of like eBay or Etsy or on the Maker's Market, where you can put in something you're searching for and it'll give you alerts. It can be very dangerous. What's everybody else? Hi, Sarah Lee. How are you? I have, just so you guys know, in case you see me looking over here, because my eyeballs, if I have to type, I need to type over here. So we've got above me, we have my phone. In front of me, we have my iPad. To the left of me, we have my computer. So what's that song? It just popped into my head. Clowns to the left of me, jokers to the right. Here I am, back in the, you know. I had another song in my head earlier today, and I couldn't get it out. Now, since I've said that, now I forgot what it was. Oh my gosh. So are you guys all here going, what now? What's she up to? Like, what the heck are we going to be doing with this craft table test? I'm just curious. I want to make sure I didn't forget to say hello to somebody. So if you guys don't know, on one of our last live sale that we had with Sandy and Carol and myself, we announced that things are getting pretty busy, and so we needed to do a little kind of reset with our live sales. And so we decided to do our actual live sale that would normally be happening right now on the last Tuesday of every month, just how we've always done it. And then in May, we are doing a reset with the Makers Market, and we have a lot of sellers that want to have, you know, expressed interest in actually selling and doing some lives. And so we want to be able to support them. And then if there's new folks, because we've had that as well, the people that have said, hey, I really would like to hop on a live sale. And we have the ability to do that where I can go live and support all of those folks that want to sell, whether they are on the Makers Market or not. And so in May, we're going to be doing Tuesdays live, but we'll sell, like Carol will sell, and then I will, or I think I'm selling first and then Carol. And I'm not sure if Sandy's going to do it or not. Yes, stuck in the middle. I see that's on my. I've been in a singing mood today, all day today. So that's kind of what's happening in May. And in a little while, I created a poll. I had to like check myself. I'm like, how am I this like on it for this live? Because I was like way scheduled ahead. I had all of my little extras for the video done. I'm like, The moon and the stars must have been in alignment today. Hey, Jen, it's great to see you. And that's the other thing. One of the things that I decided to do was I wanted to do this craft table test for a long time. And I thought that because everybody was used to having Tuesdays as a live, I would just continue it in the month of April, but we would test out this launch of the craft table test. So, what I intend to do is I have some mystery items that we're going to play with. And I also have, um, in my little brain as it was thinking, I have some inspo from some of the artists that I've been watching. And today, when we work on these, two of the inspiration uh, artists and channels are listed at the very top, and it is Jen at Jen's Junk, and it is Peg at Craft Room Story. Or, yes, Craft Room Stories. So make sure you go check them out. Subscribe if you haven't already. They are fabuloso. But what I tried to do is, and why my basket over, I can't show you my basket because then I'd give all my secrets away. But I decided, okay, it's either going to be a supply that I'm curious about. So maybe I purchased it, whether it be from Amazon or Hobby Lobby or wherever, or maybe you will tell me today, hey, have you ever tried this? And I'm happy to test some things for you guys too. It might be something that I thrifted that I go, that could be an interesting one. Maybe we should try it. So I think that's going to be pretty fun. But it's also things like showcasing some of our shops, whether it be on the Makers Market, on Etsy. Maybe I found something. Maybe you guys have a recommendation you want me to check out, and then I can showcase some of those today. So I have a little bit of all of it today. Oh, Sarah Lee is stuck in the rain. Oh, girl. Well, I feel pretty special that you're still dedicated enough to walk in the rain and pouring downpour and still be listening to the craft table test, waiting for the streetcar, then her bus, and then 6 blocks walking from there. Girl, you're getting your steps in like crazy today. Wow. Well, were you somewhere fun before you got into your downpour? We're supposed to get a lot of I take it seriously because this is the time of year for bad weather and tornadoes and that kind of thing. And Sandy is my go-to weather girl. She will give me a heads up before I even know that we're having bad weather. She's always paying attention, but they did say we potentially could have some tornado watches and things like that. And I know where Dave is at, which is closer to where Sandy is. It's supposed to be worse. So I don't know. In my little bubble right here, I can't really hear much. Occasionally, if it's really bad thunder, I can hear it, but I'll just pretend I'll just be oblivious, I guess. Sarah Lee lives on the West Coast in Washington, so she sees the rain on the daily. Maybe not on the daily, but often, All right, are you guys ready? Let me see. Did I forget anything? Boop, 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 boom, boom. I got some mentions. I got some fun channels to talk about today. And then you did probably hear me talking about Cotty and Joanne's slumber party next Monday, but I've got some other dates for you, but I'll save those till the end. So we can get to crafting. Does that sound good? Hopefully Sarah Lee's not waiting for a stretcher. That would not be good. Let me add my hands to the stage. Oh, that is I love Seattle, everything about it. And, other than the fact that it rains quite a bit, it is very walkable and it's so pretty. All right, I'm going to add my hands to the stage. I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to take my face off of here so I can be full screen. And now we're good. You guys see that okay? So underneath here is the first surprise. Who's ready for this? Before I show you, let me see what you guys think. I've never done this before on here. I don't think I have. We're going to do a little poll and see if it works. So I just put it on the screen. Now, how do you guys answer it? I don't know. Can you answer it? What do you think we'll be putting to the test today? See, this is a test in and of itself. I've never done this before. How do you click on it? Ladies, tell me, are you able to do that? I'm so curious to know. I mean, clearly streaming. Yep, somebody just answered. Oh, you just put your number in. Okay, so when you put your number in, it populates. Oh, cool. This is cool. I kind of like this. So the choices are number 1 is a tool, number 2 is a technique, 3 is a little bit of a lot of things, and number 4 is I have no clue, but I'm here for it. Hope's here for it. Ooh, Denise said a printer with labels. Yeah, I couldn't see it from my perspective, Denise. So I was like, what does that say? Yeah. So number 1 is a tool, 2 is a technique, 3 is a little bit of a lot of things, and 4 says I have no clue, but I'm here for it. I think StreamYard could do a little bit better on their poll strategy here. We'll see. So far we have, oh, it's changing by the second. It's changing. Well, hello, Jana. It's changing by the second. 43% of you say you have no clue, but you're totally here for it. 25% of you equally say a tool and a technique. And 13% are saying a little bit of a lot of things. Hey, Julie, you didn't miss a lot. We were just chatting. We were catching up. I'll recap. I shared one announcement, but I'll recap those at the end as well. So you have not missed anything. I haven't even unveiled what's under my piece of paper, my craft table test. But as we go, I'm going to, yeah, no, you're good. If you want to vote, you can vote whether you think we're working on a tool, a technique, a little bit of a lot of things, or you have no clue. So 1 is tool, 2 is technique, 3 is a little bit, a lot of things, and 4 is I have no clue, but you're here for it. So there you go. Yeah, and then don't let me forget, before we end, I have one more poll, and it's really important because it kind of will, well, it will kind of lead us onto where we're going to go from here. So I think you just type the number in. We all learned this together. See, we're testing things we don't even know yet. I have never used the poll tool in StreamYard before, so I just tried it out. I kind of want to get rid of that QR code, which if you're interested, as we talk about things, that is the link to, I don't even know what it is. I think it's it might be the link to the Makers Market, but I think it might be specifically to the retreat, to the retreat sign up. I didn't think to take that off of there first, but that's okay. We'll just deal with it. Jonna says she just finished covering her 2 desks with 1970s wood grain contact paper. And it's still stuck. Thank you, Julie. Okay, so 50% of you are saying you're just here for it. You're all good. And then we got 20 equally for tool and technique. And number 3 is a little bit of a lot of things. So I'm going to go ahead and hide the, let's see, stop the poll. And I guess I hide it. There we go. Well, learn something new today. Wouldn't be a good day unless we learned something new. All right, so underneath here, if it gives you a hint, in one of my previous community posts, I shared a photo and I said I was working on something super secret. Now that is not this, that is something that will come up, I think, in May. But one of those photos had the item that we are going to be playing with today. And you're giving me time. You can answer if you think you know what it is. But it's giving me time to get my stuff out of my bag. Okay, so here we go. Now, don't be running away after you see this and go, really, Anne, this is what we're going to work on. Stay with me on this. Stay with me. Da, 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 da. So, I was on a live. I don't know if I'm not sure whose live it was. If it was maybe Cotty's live. And I honestly don't remember. And, somebody asked, well, what are you working on? And I was working with that ribbon. Well, I thought, apparently this is why I'm not good at math and that I got a D for done in college in algebra, right? Because I was like, oh, I think I bought like 40 rolls of ribbon. I had gone to the thrift store. I purchased them. I used all of those up in the super secret project I'm working on. And I was like, well, they had tons more of this vintage. And most of it was vintage ribbon. So I went back and I bought a whole lot more. It's over 80 rolls of ribbon. Now, right now I'm tying bows out of it. So, it's an exciting life I lead here at the Sherrod household in Iowa. But as I was doing that, I was like, well, I did throw them all in a bag, and I was going to throw them away. And I was like, wait a minute. This was not the craft table test I was planning on, but I was like, what could we do with these? And literally the time that I spent taking one of these and just like going like this and like this, like nothing more than just flipping the thing over and over going, what? No, I'm not using a bow maker. These little flanges are my bow maker, Denise. I'm like, oh my goodness. And they're tiny bows. So I put my big girl pants on. I was like, okay, let's not overthink this. It's freaking rolls of, spools. Now, obviously, we can use these we can repurpose these, right? We can put more ribbon on them if we wanted. I think, Julie, you've probably done this. If you do assemblage, you may have done this before, but in an assemblage, which is basically you're making like a, think about it, if you're a paper crafter, as a collage of items like trinkets and little bits and bobs, and you're turning it into something beautiful. I do a lot of them for Christmas and Easter, but you can use these as your base and say, maybe, let me see. Oh, here's a perfect example. So maybe I would cover the spools and I would make it all pretty and put some ribbon around it. And then maybe I would have a squirrel on there, and maybe I have some acorns and some grass, and maybe I have some kitschy vintage goodness that I would add to it, and it would make an assemblage. So that's what an assemblage is. Squirrel, you can hang out with me until after today. So you could use them for that. You can use them for, I'm stating the obvious, right? You can use them for putting ribbon on. But I was like, this is the perfect example of something that would be perfect for the craft table test, because you guys have probably tons of ideas on what we can do with them. Now, I did come up with some because I was like, okay, what if they don't come up with anything and I'm sitting here twiddling my thumbs? I mean, not that I don't think you wouldn't, but, always be prepared, right? Isn't that the Boy Scout motto? So I started thinking about it, and then I started tearing things apart. So I've got some of these that I tore both ends off. How come you can't see that? There we go. Oh, look at Naomi's already going to town. Okay, just for the record, in case you're watching this on the replay, you can look at the comments, but in case you don't know how to do that, let me read these off. So Gardens and Books says bow dangles, bow layered snippet strips, bow covered spines, bow covered pockets, and belly bands. A bajillion bows. Yeah, they are good. They're really solid. I mean, and they're made of a heavy chipboard. So I took these apart on both ends. Now, I didn't do a very good job of this. Some of it's still there. But we're going to use these this way first. And unless you have another idea, we're going to try it, because we're going to go with messiest to. I can't tell you what I'm doing with the bows. It's still a super secret, Naomi. I think Denise Gardner is the only one that's like, oh, I love a good surprise. So I took some of them off and left the bottom on. Can you see that? There you go. So this is just one side I left on. I took off the other one. So we have some like that. We have some that haven't been touched. I did, and trust me, if we need more, I can run upstairs in my living room and get in my little tote and grab more, but I think we should be pretty good. This one is a itsy bitsy tiny one that I left just this part on. And then these are all of the pieces that were, that I either took the whole thing apart that came from those other ones. But I mean, look at how many of these. Goodness gracious. So we're going to start with that. Let's see. I like secrets and surprises too. Speaking of secrets and surprises, as I get set up for this, all you're going to need is some watercolor paper. No, you can use whatever kind of paper you want. Some watercolors and some paper. Now, I think I made a mistake and didn't fill up my... I think I have some better paper. I don't think I filled up my water receptacle. Let's see if I did. Oh, I did. Lucky me. Yeah, mark making. And speaking of that, on today's Give a Scrap, did anybody see Janet's Scrapbook and Memories video? It was so fun, and it's something I have had on my list. I feel like I saw it somewhere, and that somebody else did it on a video, but I can't give credit because I don't know who did it. And they used a lint roller, and they took that lint roller, and then hey Terry, and they covered it with something. Well, Jen covered hers with, she had rubber bands, and she had I think some string and such, and she started using it with her jelly plate, and it was gorgeous. But I mean, don't you think you could just put this in ink and ink it on there? You could use regular paint. But today I thought we would just use, because I have it handy, we're just going to use it for circles. And also the other thing, thinking about templates is, if you don't have like really large, let's do one where I'm going to wet the page a little bit first. If you don't have like great big punches, like 3-inch punches or bigger, I think that it would work really well, just as your template, if you need a template like that, right? Let's see what happens. Like I said, I didn't pull these off very well. Yeah, Naomi. Like coffee, she said, like coffee colored, like a coffee smudge. I love it. Now, what I have here, this is just a water brush, and I use these all the time. Because I travel, it's much easier for me to use something like this instead of bringing a bunch of paintbrushes. Let's go on the inside of this one. Oops, I kind of goofed. My flangey got in the way. That's pretty wet. That does look kind of like a coffee ring, doesn't it? But this would be something, I think, fun that you could just play with. Well, let's see. Well, let's do a yellow. Well, let's do a yellow. I mean, maybe we can use this after we... And the other thing, one of the reasons, see, look at this. There you go, Julie. Like she was saying, mark making. You just keep doing it. I'm loving this. This is fun. I could do this for hours on end. So I guess I'll be keeping some of these in my mark making and my jelly print stuff, which I haven't done forever. And it should work, I mean, as well with ink. But one of the things that somebody said to me not so long ago is like, well, you just seem to like be able to figure things out, and it always comes together. Well, you don't, most of the time you guys don't get to see when I when I tried to test this stuff, and I'm like, well, that was a fail. So I thought this would be fun for us to do together and just to see how things either turn out or how they don't. You know, it's kind of like a pass fail. Is it going to work or is it not? And, you know, multiple minds are better than one, that's for sure. So while I'm trying this, yeah, I like that a lot. I'm just going to leave it. I mean, I could do this all day, but we got other things we want to try. So we can use it for that. Now we have 3 different things that we can use it for. But one thing I thought would be fun, and here comes our first. Okay, let me move the paint out of the way. Oh, we could have used I brought the colored watercolor pencils too. That would have worked just as nice. Let's do let me put a couple of those on here, and then when we come back, we can maybe make them pretty. So I would encourage you guys in the comments. Oh, look at that. See? Just keep doing it, doing it. Let's do a couple of these with the... Now, I will have to say, it's a little rougher doing it this way, because I didn't do a very good job of peeling off all of the sides. Okay, that looks good. Done. And then we can come back, and if we have time, we'll do something with it. I don't know what. Maybe you guys will come up with something we can do with it. But let's see. I'm going to leave this. That seems to be a little bit better to have that on there. Oh, I even brought a snack for us to test today. Surprise snack for us to test. I just got it. I had to run some errands, and I had to stop and get gas. And I was like, well, that looks like a fun little snack to try. Let's try that today. All right. So what if, my thought is, and if you guys would do me a favor, if you have an idea that you want me to try, just try to put it in all caps. And that way I don't miss it. I don't want to, or, you know, yell at me and say, pay attention, Angela. What if we took some of these and covered them? And, well, first of all, yes, we're going to cover some of these. So let's grab those 2 and a couple of these bigger ones. And let's get some paper and cover them first before we get let's not get ahead of ourselves, Angela. Play and pray. Amen. I love that. Okay, so I have some papers out here, and let me show you what I got. Well, first of all, I know I don't have a link for this, but this is a run, don't walk trip that you guys should take. Do you see the beautifulness of this paper? So I bought 2 rolls of this, and I'm going to try to get it up here as close as I can. Oh, warm yourself up, grab a hot tea or some coffee, and then enjoy us. Did you hear that? This is wrapping paper from TJ Maxx. First of all, if you have a TJ Maxx anywhere near you, go grab. I mean, they might not have this. This is a Laura Ashley one, which you know I'm a sucker for Laura Ashley. Hello, Jen. Do you hear this? Are you running to TJ Maxx tomorrow? This is right up your alley. And they had a ton of different options. My bestie, she was one of the girls that went to Georgia with us for my other best friend's daughter's wedding. She is a manager at, oh, do I want to do it this way? Do I? I should do it on that side, right? She is a manager at the TJ Maxx at the lake. And so I needed to get a bunch of stuff for the house. And then I was like, ooh, that is beautiful wrapping paper. I'm going to get some of that for Demi's birthday. So as you can see, this has already been used. And Demi's like, oh, Mom, that is so pretty. I'm going to be very careful. Now I'm becoming one of those moms like, okay, don't you save all the paper. Well, my mom never did that. Did any of your parents or grandparents do that? Like save all the wrap? Hey, God bless those people who have done it, because those are the ones I always find at the estate sales. Like, did you see Meredith at Pop Vintage and Homes video, and Meg at Chasing Retros? They both got some very cool stuff at the estate sale. And Meg got, I don't know if she said a whole tote, I don't know, but she had a lot of vintage wrapping paper. So yeah, I'm becoming that person. Demi's now saving her wrapping paper. But in my defense, it got used for Demi's presents. Then Dave did wrap mine in it, and now I brought it downstairs for for crafting purposes, right? All right, now I didn't think this through very much, friends. Cut it out and then put it back on it. Well, actually, for what I'm gonna, well, if we want to try, we want to try Jen's thing. For these two, we really don't need to back them. We just need the pretty side up. Don't leave me hanging, friends. You gotta tell me what you think, because I'm winging it here. So we're gonna get 2 of these. Now, if you watched Jen's video for Give a Scrap this month, and I'll share with you if you're new here to the channel or you're not aware of what Give a Scrap is, I'll talk about it in a little while. But first, let me share you about, oh, that's, taking a risk here. That was really probably a bad idea. Oops. Well, maybe I need to send this some of this to you. I sent you an email. I think you already responded, but if you haven't, shoot me your address. I'll send you some wrapping paper. I think everybody should have it. Speaking of, well, I guess it's not wrapping paper. All right, so now, Jen, I don't remember exactly how she did this, but we're gonna wing it. So the only thing I could find that was similar to what Jen did is this, but this was 1 page and it's not round. So this is something I found in my stash. But what she did is, I believe she just cut her, I better use the trimmer. She just cut one of these in half. Well, let's use this one that's really pretty. And we're eyeballing it. How big is this thing? Let's see. 3 1/4. Okay. Can't see without standing up. All right, that's good. All right. Okay. A little bit hard to cut. Oh, this might be my new. There we go. I have 2 blades on this. If you can see, I just stuck an extra one on there. I don't know how well that works. Now, you guys should see my desk. The picture I took earlier, it looks pretty good compared to what it looks like now. I decorated the circle with all the scraps and then cut it out. Yes, you use the scraps. That's right. But you did cut it in half, right? So you cut your circle in half. Am I making that up? I'm just going to rip this so I can kind of do a sample. I think this would be cute. And hopefully as we're doing stuff, you're seeing me work on this, you're like, oh, now you could do this. Throw it in the comments. Inquiring minds want to know. For sure. Okay, we're just going to, that might be too short. Doing it anyway. This doesn't really match this. And it's too, no, it's okay. I don't love the It's pink. It would be better with green, don't you think? Let's see if I have a green one down here. Purple. Oh, wait. Hold on. I got a purple one. I have a green one. Of course, I have a 5,000. Don't you think that looks better with the purple? I'm kind of thinking it does. And you guys will have to let me know. Do you like this format? Is it fun for you? I mean, it's fun for me, but this is more my speed on, I feel like I'm at a retreat or at a, you know, yeah, a retreat, and we're just all crafting together. Okay. There we go. Oh, the sound of ripping paper. All right, now, if I'm not mistaken, she made hers. We have a whole one because we could just fold one in half as well and have it go over the page, you know, like that. But I think, you know, you get more bang for your buck if you, ooh, I must have a bad pin. Yep, I do. I have a rusty pin. It's not stainless steel. Yuck. Terry, what are you up to today? Should we do, which side should we do? Dark side? The dark side of the moon? My kids we were talking about this Artemis, and Demi was asking all kinds of questions, and she's like, Mom, like they never taught us about all of this in school. And I thought, really? Like, I mean, I'm sure they talked about space, but they didn't, not in depth about all of the workings of a mission. And I mean, even down to like, you know, after it did its orbit and, you know, came back down, and like, she's like, Mom, you really know a lot about this. And I'm like, well, I don't know that I really do. And I'm probably not the person to ask, but I thought it was interesting that, you know, my kids in Landon said the same thing. And Landon and McKenna were both there, and they both said no. Okay, did I even do this justice? But now, you can tuck paper. Well, we know we could have done. We could have taken a piece of paper. Well, it'll be fine. So this could be a belly button. Belly band. I had another idea with this, and it would bring in my second item I really want to test. So let's cut out this bigger piece. Put this one aside. I'm looking in the comments. I'm working on a baby journal for my niece and running errands. I'm doing it at Winnie the Pooh theme. Terry, did you get one of those Winnie the Pooh Life magazines? From one of my live sales? I'm trying to remember. Was it Life magazine? It's the one that does like the different, like I have a I Love Lucy one. All right, I think I might have one for you. An extra one. I'll have to check. I'm in the middle of, just in case you didn't already know, annihilating my basement. I mean, I am on a mission to make a mess. And I'm doing a great job of it. One thing I would tell you about this, cutting this, and maybe it was because it was a little bit wet, but this trimmer does not work as well as probably my big one, but I don't know. Okay, do I still want to do that? Yes. All right, we're going to cut it. I'm going to cut it this way so we can, and then we're going to get that the next mystery tool that I really want to test. Okay, so now we have another one, but before we go slapping it on a page, let's get the second tool. Drum roll, please. I really got a you-know-what kind of show over here, I'm telling you. All right, here we go. Are you going to put new stuff in Maker's Market soon? Announcement. Yes, I will. We will be doing that. I have a ton of stuff that needs to go in it. I'm just over here continuing to make journals. Do you think I've uploaded them on the Maker's Market? No. And I'm going to also be doing in my other shop on Restoration Harmony Home. I'm going to be getting rid of a lot. I have a ton of like kitschy things I'm going to do a closet sale because I'm selling a bunch of my stuff that I have as well. It's just, I have, okay, so here, first of all, I'll tell you about that in a second. Here's what I bought. Now, this was not inexpensive. The link is in the description. Let me get you, where is that? Notes. I think I got Jen and Peg's channel up there. Oh, yeah. Here's the eyelet setter. It wasn't inexpensive. However, the reason that I bought it is because I only have one big bite. And do you guys know what that is? I'll get mine out if you want to see it. So it's like the crocodile, except come on. Oh, you little stinker. Except it can go into like the middle of a page of something. So it has a bigger reach, if you will. My ability to do two things at once is not good. Here you go. Here's the link to it if you want it. But you could just go to my general storefront. It's always in the description. It will be in the description afterwards. So here's what this looks like. It is, it's big, thus called the Big Bite. So that's what it looks like. And so you've got a lot of reach here to get it in between. Like if you prefer to put holes using this in like your signature, you can do that. So I'll show you an example. Oh, my snap just about got crushed. All right, so here's a journal that I'm working on. So for example, if you use the Big Bite, you can take this and just put it all the way in the center. I don't know if I'm making sense. All right. So if you didn't want, if it was too hard for you, for example, to, use a needle or an awl, you can actually punch your holes. Well, see how this goes? That pretty much goes all the way across my signature, which is great. However, this is heavy, and I only have one, and I'm not buying another one to take with me on the road. So I thought, well, what would be a good solution? So I invested in this, and I think they'll work. If any of you use these, let me know in the comments. I'm really curious to see how it works, but it's really what it is an eyelet setter. Now, here we go. Angela's going to have to read directions, which I do not do. All right, so tell me, have you ever seen this? It looks let's see, let's just punch holes and set eyelets with one tool. Ooh, this could be loud on here. I don't know. We could shake the earth. All right, so let's read the things. It's a first. Me reading directions. How to use. Place the hole punch, the gray and white end. Okay, this end. On the paper, firmly grasp the gray and white grip with one hand. Pull the orange grip straight up and release. Place your eyelet in the hole, then place the setting tip, the orange end, into the back side of the eyelet. Firmly grasp the orange end with one hand and pull the gray and white. Oh, okay. It's like tug of war. I think we can make this work. I'll just tell you one thing. This is going to be a pretty hefty investment if it doesn't work. I suppose I can always send it back, right? All right, so let's just say, all right, now we got to figure out which one. Okay, so the white one is big. Like, it says 3/16. So that's the biggest one. I know you can't see this. Hey, Sandy, we're experimenting. The middle one is an 1/8. So that's the light gray one. So the white one's the big one. And the smallest one says it's 1/16. Oh, this is going to be interesting. So I think we'll use, I think we'll use the 1/8. We'll use the middle. Now, hey, they do feel really cool. I mean, if that, so it looks like, yeah, it's just springy. And you're supposed to let her go. But let's just kind of do this the right way. Generally, I just like want to experiment with it and break all the rules, but I suppose we should kind of find the center here. All right, so the center. This, by the way, is also on my Amazon storefront, and this was a game changer of all game changers. If you don't have one, I think everyone needs one in their life. And Hazel Anaka was the one who led me on to this. Okay, so I think we're okay. I'm just going to put a little dot there. Am I? Yeah, we're good. All right. I can see that. I am so not a measurer, if you haven't noticed by now. I'm nervous, you guys. I'm like, what if this doesn't work? Okay, going back to the directions again. Place the hole punch in the gray and white end. Okay, so we're using the middle punch. Oh, I did not do those in the same spot. Will it come off? Nope. I guess we're just moving that one up. It's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. All right, it says to put it like this. Yeah, I have one of those old school ones. I bought one. Well, I bought one at Fleet Farm. I did not like it. It did not work well. So I'm on to the next thing. Let's see. Firmly grasp the gray and white grip with one hand and magically pull the orange grip straight up and release it. Okay. Boom. Oh, shiznit. Oh my gosh. Not only did that work, okay, maybe move this away out of the way. Not that my Dollar Tree little mat is a big deal, but holy cannoli. I mean, I went all out. I like had it stretched out this far. I don't think that was necessary. I'm gonna. Oh, see, I told you she must have known that. We were talking about her. I said you were my girl, my weather girl. I'm moving this up, even though I put a dot there. It's fine. Everything's fine. I am in a safe place. I'm in my craft room, which is, like probably the best place in the house to be. Isn't that funny? I didn't plan it that way. Okay, here we go. Cover your ears if you're watching this on TV. Bada bing. Okay, girls, I am sold. Look at that. The dog's over here going, what are you doing? Okay, well, now the true test is going to come when we put the eyelid in there. And I didn't test to see what kind of eyelid, so we're also winging that. Yeah, I've never used one of these, but I think this is so much more compact to go in my craft bag than, because the truth is my craft bag is getting awfully big. Because I've been leaving stuff up there at the lake, I'm just like, oh, I'll just add to it. And I bet if I need to take it to like the camper with Dave, I bet I won't be able to close the bag. Which means I just grab more bags to take with, right? Or buy more stuff when I'm on the road. What color should we use? Here are my choices. I mean, I do have littler ones, but Let me see. I think I have some more little bitty ones. I mean, we could put we got to figure out if this is going to work. Here we go. We got some other ones. You need the small eyelet, an eighth of an inch. Is that not the one I used? Okay, white. She said, Hope says white. Let's see if I got white. I got to now take off. I'm getting nervous. I have to take off my sweater now. Okay, white. Did I do something wrong, Terry? Because it wouldn't surprise me. Here we go. Oh, we got these little baby ones. Yeah, and here's the other thing. Do you guys ever know, like, what size these dang things are? Like, I never know. I'm like, I don't know what size they are. Oh, here's a heart. Hope. Will that fit in there? I should probably not try a heart. I should probably try something really simple. Terry, talk to me. Okay, there's that one. Well, this is fun. No, you didn't confuse me. I just thought I wasn't doing something right, and it would not be surprising. Okay. Do you have one of these, Terry? Yay, Sarah Lee's home safe and sound. Hallelujah. All right, let me put these out of the way before we go pounding these in here. All right, let's read the directions. Everybody needs to write this down on the calendar. Angela read directions for the first time and probably ever. I'm just usually like, do it, try it, and then complain about it because I can't figure out what went wrong. And then I have to end up reading the directions anyway. Okay, place your eyelet in the hole. I did. Then place the setting tip. That's the orange one. How is this going to work? Oh, into the back side of the eyelet. Good thing I read the directions because I wouldn't have done it that way. Okay, I don't know about... All right. This is the back side of... Night, Jen. This is the back side of the eyelet, right? Because let me just share with you, the direction, the visuals are not really helping much with the guy's hand in front of it. So I'm just saying, okay, we're going to see what happens. Okay. It worked. Looks cute, except don't mind my Sharpie marker where I goofed. Okay, I'm sold on this. They'll be going in my craft bag. Now, here, okay, this is a great. How much do you think it cost? Okay. You guys can put it, not this, but what I'm going to tell you. So the other day I went to, not a thrift store, I went to a consignment store in Iowa. I don't know if Nebraska has them, Denise, or not, but we have it's called Stuff Etc. Oop, that one didn't work so hot. Okay, it works very good. There we go. I'm happy with that purchase. Okay, we're going to use this maybe again later, so let's just put those over there. All right, so we've got these that we can use. We have these. I mean, this could go on the side of a page. We could put some ribbon through it. That's what I was thinking with this. It would have looked cute. Go watch Jen's video. It's very good. But we could put eyelets there and then put ribbon through it and then have it be a belly band tuck. Yeah, what was I saying? Lord have mercy. Yeah, I'm impressed too. Oh, how much did it cost? Okay, so when I was at the consignment store, I was cruising by, well, not cruising. I spent some time in the craft area. We're going to do something with this. And I went down the aisle and it had a lot of, no, that's too big. It had a lot of craft stuff and I was like, wow. And I thought about buying a crocodile. Now this is the small version of that big bite I just showed you if you're not aware. The new ones they have are actually shorter. They're more compact even than this one. These I've had this one for years, and I have two of them. One in my craft bag and that one. But I thought, oh gosh, if these are a good deal, I should just pick them up, because I could, if one of them breaks. And now I honestly don't know how much they cost now, full price, like retail, if you buy them at Hobby Lobby or wherever you buy them. Take a guess at how much they wanted for one of those at the consignment store. It's kind of like Denise's thing she was sharing yesterday about $8, $8. Okay, 25, around 25 new. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It would be, wouldn't it? They wanted, okay, if they're around $20 new, they wanted $17.99 at the thrift store or at the consignment store. I was like, you got to be out of your flipping mind, man. All right, do I have a small? These are all for another project, but I agree with Denise. They would make cute toppers. We haven't even got to the scissor part yet, but I got all wrapped up in the little tool. Okay, let's see. Well, how will it look if I put it in here? Oh, that's cute. I like that starting out. Yes. Yes. Okay. Now, what do I have that I can add to it that's handy? I got bows. These aren't the ones that I did, though. Mine will never look this good. A page edger, yes. This looks really cute. I love this idea because it would be adorable on like the side of a page or the top of the page. Yeah. I'm definitely going to have to keep some of these for templates just because they're so... Oh, I don't even have a color that would go... I mean, I guess that could kind of be bluish. Yeah, tab with a label on it. Oh, okay, hold on. Let's see if we can pull it out and make it like more blue-esque instead of lavender. Let's just get that, and then let's see if I have a... What am I getting that out for? Oh, wait. Oh, there is a lavender one in here. Okay, so we got that, and two kinds of blues. Something in that has to work. And then, what do you think about with a label? Labels. Labels. I think I have a little thing of labels. Or tickets. Oh, my labels are busting. They're busting. It would make a cute watermelon slice. Look at this. This is ridiculous. And I keep buying these stupid things every time. I just bought some the other day. I think it's just the colors that intrigue me. But they're super cute. But that's not what kind of... Oh, are these like tabs? These are tabs. I want labels. Man, I can not even get that thing shut. Let's see. I think I moved all my labels over here. I like the Southern style oversized bows that they put in there. Oh, I do too. All right, let's get our label drawer out. This is going to be embarrassing. Look at this silly thing. We just need one. I've pretty much thrown all my labels in this one thing. But I'm not going to have anything purple. Ooh, here's something. Yes. How many things can I get out before the night is over? How long have we been going, by the way? All right, something in here's got it. This looks very feminine and dainty, these little things. These are precious because these I got for, I see a gold, or I see a purple. Came from an estate sale. And when I saw somebody else did all this die cutting, I was like, hallelujah and amen. All right, there's that. These are all, we can audition all of these. Well, maybe that one. This is all I have left of them. With a little glittery paper. Jonna, what are you working on today? Did you already answer that question? All right, let's get this glued down to, where's my, here it is. All right, so far, the thrifted supply was the ribbon spools. We've tried the eyelet setter. I've shared with you my, well, I've shared with you one of my inspo friends, and that was Jen at Jen's Junk. But while I'm gluing this all down, I don't have an example and I don't have the tools to make it. But if you watched my video where I got Happy Mail from Peg at Craft Room Stories, she made these incredibly, I mean, absolutely beautiful Christmas ornaments. Demi and I were like, oh my gosh, those are gorgeous. And essentially what she did was she used like half of a clear plastic ornament, the kind that you can take apart and then, fill with things if you want. And what she did is she put, imagine the domed part over this. She did like almost like a diorama or a design in here. She had vintage brooches in the middle. Oh my gosh, they were perfect. They're perfect for me. She did a beautiful job. So you can make ornaments. I mean, use these as your center point too. I think that would be cute. So I don't think she had a video specifically on that, on how to do those. But I had a unboxing where she sent those to me and I loved it. Okay, now let's decide here. All that glitters gold. Okay, there's, now we could double up because we do have this ticket to kind of elongate it, which I think we would need to maybe, and truthfully, I'm kind of thinking like this lavender doesn't go at all. So I'm going to unaudition. They're fired. But maybe either this glittery one, that kind of looks cool, doesn't it? Let me show you close up. So there's the glittery one. What is that on my finger? Together with that. Or here's the blue. When you get the, I mean, it's more of a lavender, not a, or a, it's more of a purple than a lavender. I think the glittery one. Tell me, what do you think? Which one do you guys like better? If I had a green one, it would be great. I don't have a green one, do I? No. Well, this one, I think this one's too aquish. You already have a full car, Jonna, going to... I know, Denise. Wow. Well, from what I saw of your craft room, I thought it looked pretty good. You want to see gold? Okay. All right, so here it is with this one. Seems to, the star of the show becomes this color because it's really not a blendy color with glitter. It's, so I don't think that one. Here's the gold. And then here's the iridescent one. It's got a little bit of this green in it, a little bit of blue. And then this one was the one we definitely said no to. It just doesn't go at all. Oh, hold it. Here's a white one. Okay, Naomi says iridescent. All right, I'm going with iridescent unless you tell me in the next few seconds to go with white. But I think I agree with you. that iridescent makes it pop a little bit more. Okay. Let's put a little bit of edging. Sarah Lee, I could not agree more. It is my favorite distraction. Organizing. It's like, when life feels like it's getting to a point where I'm like, all right, I'm over it. I'm like, let's organize something. Oh, shoot. I shouldn't have put that all the way on there. Let's ignore all life's problems and let's just make things pretty in your whatever room. Name a room, your closet, your Hello, Carrie. Hey, Carrie, let me see. Let me put her up here. It takes me a second. What have you missed? Well, we've just been unleashing all kinds of new items. We started with, we're working hang on, I can't talk and do this at the same time. There we go. We started with ribbon spools because these are from my super secret project I'm working behind the scenes on, currently making itty bitty baby ribbons. And so I had all of these left over. And so we've made some things. The girls have been telling me, giving me some ideas as well. So if you got some ideas, do let me know. Let me put your thing in here. But before we go any further, let's just say, oh, you know what? Hold on. Let's make this official. I think I can do this. I don't know if I really can or not, but I think I saw it. Here we go. Let's give Carrie a round of applause and a congratulations for making it to her 5,000 subscriber mark. I just put applause on there. Did it work? Could you hear it? Because I couldn't hear a thing. There you go. If you haven't subscribed to Carrie, go check her out. She's wonderful. And your flip through today, well, you know how I feel about it. You know, we still might have to go toe to toe about that, but her journals were magnificent. Absolutely stunning. Now, I should have maybe, there we go. No, I don't like it. Okay. So now we need to decide if we want a little bow on there. And this one actually doesn't look as bad as I thought it would look, but there was that one. I'm thinking this one goes best with it, but let's not be so sure. Hey, Debbie DePaul, how are you? Okay, that one definitely, right? Oh, and here it doesn't look that great. Hi, Carmen. It is great to see you. Okay, I don't know. Why am I having a problem? So I'll show you guys that are just joining us, what we have made so far. That ended up crooked. Carmen's Crafty Creations. Carmen, do you have a channel? And I think that you're new to me. And if you do, I need to know so I can go follow you. All right, I'm just going to go for it in this one. Unless somebody says something else. Very quickly. Okay. All right, we'll put these away. This is going to be a fun cleanup after we're done. And a little word sentiment would be on there, cute on there too, but I won't worry about that for now. Or else we'll be here all dang night. All right, so. Oh, thank you, Carrie. Oh, yes, you have the power. You've got the power. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, so we have decided we can use this for what it's intended and actually put more ribbon on it. We can make this little topper. We made Jen's little belly band project. We then made these, and this is where we got these Fiskars punches that I can take with me on the road, that I don't need to take my big bite. This is going to be a game changer for me for sure. And we used those to test the second mystery item, which was those eyelet setters, and that's where we got with those. And then the other thing that we did was I just used it as a template, and I think that these would be actually really nice to have to make the larger circles. Like I was saying, if you don't have a great big punch, I think they would be great. And then we just use it to do some mark making, which is also fun. Well, don't go away with these, Angela. All right, so now let's get back to those scissors, because I think this will work, but I'm not positive. But we need to, my thought is, I think we can make some flowers, like with using some of these punches. Have you ever done this before where you make a circle and then, I know this is going to seem dumb, but I need to keep this in, so I don't forget how to use it when I take it on the road. All right, let's use, I've got a couple of papers. Let me, these are ones I just put up on the Maker's Market. I just did. They're there and on Ko-fi. And then I also had, I thought, oh, and these are some that didn't make the cut. I was just playing around and making them smaller. But we have that. Let's just take one of these. And I wanted to show you a couple other Etsy shops that we might be able to use some stuff. But let's see what happens here. Let's try this. Well, I almost feel like I should use one that's wasn't like one of the more, the ones that didn't turn out. Let's just try that because it seems more like a background. I don't know. Let me just grab this one. Yeah, my printer, I have a love-hate relationship with my printer, Terry. I mean, I love it because it prints so nice, but then I'm like, sometimes. All right, I feel like we need some solids too. Now let me slap these bad boys down here. So all I'm going to do is throw caution to the wind. What did Denise say? Oh, thank you. You know, I love making digitals, but I don't like the pressure of, like, it's not a job. Does that make sense? Like, I don't want to do it and try to make a living off of it, but I enjoy making them when I need them for something. So, if they meet my quality test, then I will put them, on the Maker's Market or on Ko-fi, which that's kind of a cool thing. If you do a lot of digitals, I'm going to be working with them because they're actually, I'm one of the only ones that does digitals on the entire district platform. And they've been waiting to launch it. So they just told me the other day that they're going to do that pretty soon. So I think we're going to see that happening. Okay, let's use another one of these. We're using the rejects on here. What do we have here? Okay, that's yellow. See how it's not quite, but these are good, make good collage papers. Okay, let's use a pink one. And then I feel like we need, hang on, let me just grab, where might I find a piece of paper? That's questionable. I swear, this happens to me every time I craft. Whether I'm on camera or not. I'm like, oh, I don't know. I don't have a piece of paper. Minus the 10,000 pieces that I have laying around here. Oh, here. This is good. So what we need to do first is just cover a bunch of these. Ooh, look at that. This I thrifted this too. I think it's origami paper. You see how it's almost see-through, but it might. Okay, so we'll have to make sure that if we use this, we put it on the this side because you can see through it. All right, so we'll grab some pink. I don't know. Here's some green. Actually, this will probably be pretty good to use on this. Or some blue. Do we have some blue? Because, to be honest, this is the first time I've used it. Does that shock you? Why would I have paper? It's the weirdest thing. Oh, I wanted to share with you. I think I saved her link. I was just thinking about paper because the kids were playing the other day. I started to tell you about my surprise. So, long story short, real long story short, is that Dave and the kids surprised me with tickets to go see Luke Combs and Dierks Bentley, and Tyler, somebody who we didn't actually get to see. And it was super, super fun. However, I had no idea about it. And this old lady, and we were in the pit. Do you know how many years it's been since I've been in the pit at a concert? Let's just say a very freaking long time. Just in the time from the time that we went to the concert until we got home, which was not until after 2 in the morning. Well, I think we went to bed at a little after 2. We had to make a stop at Taco Bell because everybody was starving. So we took the kids with us, and we were out like the whole next day. I felt like I had gone on a bender. There was no like it wasn't no, I had a glass of wine, but that was it. I was like, oh my Lord, I am not cut out for this anymore. My gosh. So we did nothing the next day, like nothing. And it was funny because Landon didn't want to go. He's not a big Luke Combs fan. And the Masters were on, so he stayed home. But the girls went, and Dave, my brother, my sister-in-law, and then my niece. And so the next day, we just all vegged out on the couch. I didn't take my pajamas off. I came down here for like an hour, and I was like, I can't do this. I am too tired. All right, let's just see if this starts us off a little bit. And so we just hung out. Well, the kids, I had brought some stuff to Fussy Cut, and I'll just show you. And the kids were doing this, like writing their names and how do you spell this and just doodling. I think Demi started doodling, and it made me think of one of the channels that I just recently stumbled upon after the kids were doing that. When I thought, oh, that's weird. I mean, were they listening to me? I mean, I don't know. And she is called Susie, and her channel is called The Jellyfish Journals. I'll put it in I'll see if I can, well, hang on, let me cut this out, and then I'll try to find it. I have it. But she is a 3rd grade teacher, and when like I said, I'm sure that, the interwebs were listening to us, but I was telling Demi does a lot of like posters and the like fancy calligraphy. Some people call it faux-ligraphy, and they're beautiful. But this gal was teaching people how to do it. And I was like enamored by her. It was like one of those relaxing, she had my 5th grade heart, like all feeling the feels, because I used to love it. How many of you guys used to write your names like 100 different times and you'd practice your letters, making them different ways, just like my kids were doing. And she just made me smile. So if you're somebody who's like, oh, it's hard for me to write, you see all these people doing this fancy calligraphy and it looks so hard. I thought she did an excellent job of breaking it down for anybody at any level. And I love to write like that, but I don't think I could teach it. Like, that's not something I think I could explain very well. But, man, I would have loved to have Susie for a 3rd grade teacher, because I'd be like, hey, Miss Susie, show us how to make the letter 10 different ways. She did a really excellent job. It was fun to watch. I don't know if my choices in this paper were really good, but yeah. Oh man, Carrie, you are on it. Carrie shows up and she gets put to work, man. I appreciate you, Miss Moderator, with the ability to schmote. I don't know if you guys have paid any attention to this or not, but don't you think, I mean, it has happened to me on a few of my lives before, but don't you think it's gotten a little bit less, I shouldn't say this out loud, with the, people, the unwanted, not even people, right? The bots showing up. I just think it's been better. Okay, let's see. This might be a reach. I don't know. All right, this is called the Majestic Wide. And this is what it looks like. Hey, Sean. I do too. Actually Demi likes to write in cursive as well. Do you think we can make this into a circle that actually still looks like a circle? Well, there's no way we're going to know if we don't try. Oh gosh. Here goes nothing. Oh, I had another idea. Oh gosh. All right, well, we got 2. Now, can I make it? Have you ever done this? Like, had a circle and then tried to cut it? So, I have that. We did this in the Dusted Up Do-Overs. Oh, gosh. Listen to me. I'm not being very confident or encouraging, am I, friends? Yeah, we can do this. That Martha Stewart contraption that I have that I love, but I don't get it out enough, that makes doilies. I think it would be cool to try these on that, but if I remember correctly, you have to start with a square in that machine. If anybody has that, I don't know what it's called. Okay, does this look like it's working, or is it just my imagination from this perspective? I won't say that this is the easiest thing to do. Uh-oh. We're getting to the end. All right. We didn't do too bad. That one worked. All right. Let's try another one. Well, so this is going to be our base because that's the bigger one. I feel like I should just use this one again, and let's just do it. And this one on it. I don't know. Let's just do 2 of them in the same color. That's kind of cool that has that in there. All right, what now should we use? We've got, this one doesn't have a name, but it looks like that. Ooh, this one's kind of cool. Should we try that one? It's called the Sunflower. Oh, I know. I'm with you. Hey, Sandy's here, the Kentucky Crafter. Welcome, welcome. And I also have this one called Majestic as well. Wasn't that other one called Majestic? Oh, I bet this one is Majestic Narrow, maybe. And then this one looks like just like stamp, like a postage stamp. FYI, guys, did you see the US? Yes. It is absolutely ridiculous. I'm surprised that Carol at Crinkle Path hasn't lost her ever loving mind, because she's our resident expert on postage rates, and I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm just going after this. I hope this works. Well, here, just so you know, what I'm trying to do is wherever I end, I just kind of try to start back on. I know it's really hard to see on this line. See what I mean? Now, this isn't going to be too much thinner than that other one. I was thinking if we layer them, maybe, right? Ugh. This is not a round circle. I just goofed. Do we care that it's not a round circle? Let's see how it lays on. That looks pretty cute. Let's put a little stuff on it. I just paid an insane amount for... You paid an insane amount when you shipped to me, Hope. So what I would tell you guys, Carol does that when we do our Makers Market May. Well, now what are we going to do with this? Should we do something in the middle? I have real flowers. I mean, not real flowers, but yeah, it's a mess. It is an absolute mess. Let me get up on my ladder. If I fall, somebody call 911 in Iowa, okay? Anyway, she does an excellent job of if you guys are shipping stuff, she does an excellent job about going over, you know, the best ways to get the best rates. And I would tell you, if you don't use Pirate Ship, regardless if you sell stuff or not, use it. It's going to save you as much as you possibly can. I mean, the rates are what they are, but here we go. Let's try not to drop anything. We're getting into the vault of very rarely used items over here. Okay, let me show you this. Here's what it looks like. This is on the top shelf of my... I have to put a rubber band around it because it's that full. But this is the top shelf of my craft room that never gets used. Now these are 20 years old. No, let's just say 15 years old, because I did these projects when Demi was probably 5. So these are all the flowers that I used when I made those hats and bows. I'm thinking maybe red. No, red's too much. Maybe that one of these pink ones might work. Well, maybe I have one that's already taken apart. All right, we'll grab those and see. There's some pink. There's some yellow. Well, whoever put these in here did an excellent job of organizing. I bet these haven't seen the light of day for 2 years. Okay. Let's try this. So let me just show you. What we're gonna do is put a hole in it. No, well, we don't need to if we're gonna use this. We can just do this. So I want to go back to, oh, Sean said, USPS lost my Amazon package of printer paper that I've ordered 7 times. Thanks, Amazon, for switching my route to USPS delivery. You do need a meeting with Uncle Jeff, that's for sure. Oh my gosh. Okay, so now we've just pulled that apart. So now we can use some of these smaller ones. I don't want this to take away from the prettiness of, oh, but we could put one behind it. Oh my Lord, that looks cute. All right, we can do that. We're just going to layer this bad boy up. Because you know what would be fun is if we did put a brad in it and not put a brad through the whole thing, then essentially we could put this onto a page and we could tuck things in it without having to glue it. Should we try it? Let's do it. Okay. Flowers. Now what else can we get out today? And I could put a brad in there and then I could put like a button on top, right? Oh my gosh. I didn't know this was going to be so much fun. My craft, I'm going to have to I will take a picture of my craft room, just how it is when we are all finished. And I'll post it on my community page tomorrow, because if you could see it right now, you would not even believe it. Oy, oy, oy. Yeah, so I started to say now would be a good time to get you guys' opinion. We'll try another one of these polls. Uncle Jeff is not handling up on his business since he got married. Well, why didn't you have a conversation about what can happen? Carrie, I don't know. I think you got to take some onus on it. Now, do I want to waste, because I don't have a ton of them, do I want to waste a pretty brad, or do I want to just take one of these gold brads and then put a button on the top? Tell me. Sandy said on a flower brad. Oh, I don't think I have a flower brad. Well, I probably do somewhere in my stash, but not in the handy right next. Oh, wait. Lying. Oh, that's not a brad. That's like one of those things that you use. A pretty brad, she said. Okay. Well, let's see then if I have because I see a purple one peeking out here. I mean, there's no purple in anything that you can see there. So let's see if I have, here. Is this big enough? It's not very big. Oh, why not? A flower brad. Oh, guys. The only flower brads I have, look how tiny these are. Those won't cut it, ladies. Okay, this is the one time that loving to do the digging. This is one of my favorite things with brads and things like this. That doesn't work so well. Okay, we could just go. Nope, that looked horrible, didn't it? Wait. We have that. All right, we're just going to see what happens here. Now, this is making me have another idea. Do you know where I'm going with this? You liked the pink brad. Okay. Then that is what we're going to use, Sandy. Okay. So now we need to punch a... Oh, well, let's use my new punchy thing. And this one we don't need as big. So those of you who just started watching can see how this bad boy works. So pretty sure we'll use the same one, because that little one is really little. I don't know if you guys can even tell. Did I share with you the link to these? I think I did. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I did. Okay. So let's test this and see if it comes through to two of these. So what you do is you just take the gray end, put it down where you want to punch it, and you lift this up and you'll let her rip. Look at that. I mean, we'll knock it over. That is amazing. I'm sold. Okay. So now we're going to have this one in the back. Got it. Now, generally, when I did these, when I was making bows, I would have glued all these flowers down to each other, But we can do that after we put the brad in. So all I'm doing is just layering up these flower petals. And what I did is I took one flower and pulled it all apart. It's easy peasy. This is why, friends, I have 1,000 flowers in there, because you don't need a lot to make several. That's stinking cute. Oh my gosh, I love it. Hey, if Cottie's still watching, she's going to slap you silly there for enabling, because she's supposed to be on a online spending freeze. And guess what she just found? High Bid, which is the auction house. She's so screwed, I'm telling you. Okay, that's super cute. But now I have another thought. Yeah, man. We could do one of two things. You tell me. You're watching. We could how could we do this? Well, one thing I thought is you could make spinners out of these. I feel like I want to do that. All right, so these were a success. I'm going to move these out of the way because we might want to use them again. I do have 2 ideas I want to show you for sure. Yes, you are in trouble. Okay, the way I've seen, hear me out on this. Let's just, because I just think this is so fun to punch holes in this. Let's try that smaller one and see what happens. Thank you, Cotty. Yours that you worked on yesterday were super adorable. Okay, now in the punch's defense, remember there are holes in the middle of this, so it's not going through really thick. Like I do not have to go after it as hard as I did. I mean, I can just do a little one. All right, I know this isn't pretty, but I'm just gonna show you the concept. So I think I could do better, but I'm just going back on like when my kids were little. You know how you can make a spinner? Hang on, let me get something here. I want something pretty. All right, well, here's a little one, but I wanted a big one. Maybe I don't have any. Well, looks like one legitimate thing that I need to order is large colored paper clips. All right, I have one that's really ugly. So we're going with silver. Okay. So all you do if you want to make a very basic spinner is you just put this inside of here and put your brad in here. And I'm not going to do this because I don't want to write on it, but and then you would, well, you would be better than this. You would do it better than I just did. And it's supposed to spin around. Clearly, it's been a while since I've done this. But that would be cute. I'm thinking like a half. Yeah, I'm going to make some of these when I have more time to think about it, unless you guys have a great idea. But let's try something else. Christina, you're so right. It's like, I can't live without this. I must have it. I must have it in my life. Okay. Let's get, what did I want to make that I did have an idea about? Oh, I know. Because I know you all will. I'm going to bring this one over, but first of all, I want to try something else, which means we're going to have to cover a couple more pieces of paper. Let's just do it with, oops. Let's just use that. Do you guys mind using the same color paper again? Or should I get something different? Yeah, it's really, really bad. I said, well, we all need to be talking to each other because we should not be bidding against each other. However, there's, and buyer beware, just so you know, everybody, look on each auction because you think the postal rates are high. There's a large percentage that the auction house will take. It's called a buyer. There's a buyer's fee, and sometimes there's a seller's fee. So just be very careful about that. Because I would hate for you, I mean, it's significant. And every auction house can charge whatever they want. So you need to, they have those buyer's premiums, even when you go to a live auction. What am I making? We're going to try this. Okay, let's do 2 of them with this one. I want to try to make a rosette. I think that would be, yeah, it's a lot. So you got to really want something. Carrie, I saw that you said that the music player sold. Heck, I wonder, my mom probably still has the one we had. Who knows? Oh, mentions. Okay, so we talked about Susie. If you really like to relax and watch people write fun things and learn a few things along the way, I mean, I have to learn something new every day, and usually it's from all of you, or because I don't watch the dang news, but also from my recommended, and that's how I'm sure, like I said, the World Wide Web was listening to me. Now, I know this might seem, you're probably going, well, Angela, you could just cut out circles on a piece of cardstock. If you don't have spools, of course you can. But it's kind of like a homage to Give a Scrap, isn't it? Because why throw all of these in the garbage when I have these made circles already? And what I really like about them is throwing a couple in my essentials part of my craft bag for when I travel. When I don't have those big punches and I don't want to have to go, I mean, I'm not in a position where I have a bowl or something that's really handy. I think they don't take up any space. They would be great. Okay, so this one is about 3 inches. So that, I mean, I do have a 3-inch punch, but I'm not taking that on the road with me. And this one is 3.5. So there you go. All right, we're going to try to make this a rosette. Yeah, you're right, Debbie. That's why I love the Makers Market and District as a whole, because I think Debbie has too. I've sold on a lot of platforms: eBay, Etsy, Poshmark, and of course, that's where I put like my clothes and stuff. But I'm going to start putting them on in my other shop, because why not? Now, does it have the momentum that does District have the momentum yet that Etsy or eBay does? No, but their fees are so much better, and for the seller and for the buyer. So and there are no fees really for the buyer. That's why, like, if I sell in the past, if I sold a journal on a live sale, or if I sold something on the Makers Market, I didn't have to charge as much because I didn't have to worry about those fees. And some of those are upwards of 20+%. It's ridiculous. So yes, actually I will, Debbie. Now is probably a good time for me to say this, but let me start folding before I do that. Okay, if you've never made a rosette, here's what I'm going to do. I think it will work. I'm going to just cut right here into the center. Ooh, I don't know. Okay, my thought is that might work, but then hang on, I'm going to cut this piece out because I don't want it to rip. So I'm just going to go like that and like that. I'll come back. So I'm going to do that on this side, and I'm going to do the same here. And I'm just going to take my little tiny X-Acto knife. Carol, hello. Hey, Carol, I'm glad you're here, because the mission, this quarter's Mission Impossible is up, and voting is happening, right? So if you haven't watched those videos, it is, you'll have to help me out. It's Trish at Crafting Whimsy, BB at BB's Closet Creations, and Vicky at Queen Bee. Oh, she's the one I can't remember exactly what her name of her channel is. But they've all done their videos, and I think voting is open. I just wasn't sure when it ended. And then if you can stay around, Debbie just asked if we could look at that. That literally, this punch literally put a hole right in there. Okay, good to know. What are you supposed to use? Aren't you supposed to use a mat like this to punch with these little eyelet setter thingies? I don't know. Midnight tonight. Oh, Wednesday. Okay, perfect. So you still have time to, if you haven't watched the videos and got to vote. And then the winners win some crafty cash, right? Which you can spend at the Makers Market or in the at Carol's shop in the Makers Market. Okay, so here's the easiest way for me to explain what the Makers Market is. So there are 3 gentlemen worked for Snapchat for many years. They, with some investors, had the idea of creating district.net. And if the easiest way for me to share it, I am the owner of the, let's just say, we'll call it for the ease of understanding, the vendor mall. Okay, it's district.net/the Makers Market. And in fact, I'll put it up here so you can see. Thank you, ladies, for giving me a timeout to do this. I'll keep making this into a rosette in a second. Oh my gosh, I'm just laughing at my horrible mess that I've got in front of me. Hang on, let me get it. Okay. So imagine it as more like a vendor mall, and then in each one of them is the ability for each person. So each one of you that's in the chat could have your own market. You know, like Carol's is called Crinkle Path, or you know, Carrie's is the Paper Monkey, or Sandy's is whatever you want to name it. You know, I'm just giving you examples. You set it up, and then you would list things just like you would do on a Poshmark or on a Etsy or an eBay. The beautiful thing about it that really sold me is, first of all, these guys are brilliant, and I feel like I'm working right next to them. Like if I have a need, like when I reached out about the digital thing, they were awesome. Am I going to have to fold this? Cover this on both? No, I don't need to do that. So, they're just so responsive. And, you know, of course, if you know anything about engineering or software engineering, which I didn't, I only do via my son, who is a software engineer, so I can ask the questions. You know, it's just like if anybody's a project manager, you know, you put it on the docket and then you have to wait. And, you know, not everything has like a level of importance, right? So it does take a little while sometimes to get things that, you know, different enhancements. I feel like this would work better if this paper would have been wet. Is that a bad thing? I don't know if it's going to work or not. But they're super, super responsive. But the beautiful part about it that just had me is, besides the fact that the fees were way lower, is that it's like a one-stop shop. It's like your ability to be in a Facebook group. It's an ability for you to share your work or ask questions, whether you're a seller or buyer. You know, everybody's welcome. It's just a huge community. So it's like you've wrapped up. We can go live, and that's what you're going to see when we do Makers Market May. And I can, as the owner of the Makers Market, I can help support like every single one of the sellers in there I can stream it to my channel. I can post out other people's listings, so to all of my socials. So it's just kind of, that's something that's very, very different. But it's you know, it's like Etsy and Facebook and YouTube and you know, your Instagram community all rolled into one. And it's just pretty cool. But if you want, I don't know if hopefully Carol is I don't know if Carol is still here or not. But yeah, we're actually, if you're interested in selling on the makers market, I would suggest we are going to do a makers market. And you know what? You can sign up to sell and, learn about it at our, meetings. And no, you don't get a cut of other items that they sell, but yeah, maybe I'm not understanding that question, but help me out, Sandy. But we will be having, oh, Carol, I don't have my calendar in front of me. We're going to have in May, we're going to have some meetings, and we're also going to do hops. So what will happen is during May, minus the week that Sandy and Carol and I saw the last week, we'll have some hops where people are invited to. Can I make this happen? Yeah, I think so. To sell, and then I can broadcast it if I want to my channel, so they can, we can get to know new makers. Okay, that might work. It's not gorgeous, but it's okay. As the owner, Angela gets, oh yeah, I get a small percent. And then district just has a standard fee. But here's the other beauty of it. And I don't know if I'm giving away all the secret excitements and surprises that we're going to talk about, but I have the ability to run promotions. So, if for certain, like if you want to, if we wanted to do a month where, if you list X amount of items, you don't pay fees, or we have a reduced fee or something like that. So I've done that on several occasions, but that I get to make that decision. And I don't have to have the powers that be that don't know my business, or the people that are in the makers market. No one knows them as well as what I do. And so that's what's really beautiful about being a part of it. So, all right, now what are we going to do with this bad boy now that we got? Thank you, Carol, for clarifying that. I wasn't picking up what she was putting down. I think we need a big old honking. But it's a lot of fun. I will tell you that I didn't expect life to get quite as busy as it did for me over the last year. So it's really time for me to ramp up again, and I'm really looking forward to it. You know what we could do? Look at that. That's actually this is one of my clips, but that would be cute. Yeah. So anyway, we will have announcements on it. If you want to, if you want to go, did I link it? Did I put the link in the description? Oh, as I get older, my multitasking or thought that I am have the ability to multitask are over. I'm over it. I think this would be cute to add some lace on it, and we don't have to do that now, but yeah, plus it's fun. We have done some contests. We've done hops. Well, the hop thing is really cool because what happens is, and I think Whatnot does that as well. I do have a Whatnot account, and I guess I could sell on there if I'm not, but I just don't. I've never been a big fan of it. And I don't know why. I'm not dissing it. It's just wasn't my go-to. Everybody has kind of their what feels comfortable, what they feel comfortable with. But that's the other thing I think I really like is that, and I said this early on when I started this, is it also gives me the ability to go back to my roots as in education and teaching on sales and leadership and business management. And so I just love being able to help people in general, but that just makes it, it's just It's what I was trained to do and educated on. So I love it. Okay, let's see. Well, I'm going to have to sit here for like a half an hour to make this stick. What I really should do, just in case you're, I'm not leading by example right now at this very moment. I should have probably put it back to this, but I don't know how I'm going to use this. So I'm just going to now put it here and just hope that it kind of dries. All right, no, do I have one other thing? Yes, one other thing I wanted to, no, I have two. All right, you guys tell me. Thank you, Carol. Let's see, you're covering all the bases. But definitely come to, well, when we announce when we're having our little tete-a-tete, I don't know if I'm saying that right. Come and hang out with us because I think you'll like it. I can put the application if you want to sell to. It doesn't hurt. I mean, I approve them. I approve every single person. No, I don't approve everybody. Every person who applies, it goes across my desk and I have that interaction. It's not a bot or somebody that, doesn't know the market. Okay, here's what we can do. We can make a shaker because I think that would be fun. Maybe with this. Oh, what would have been cute is to put a shaker in the middle of that. Well, that's okay. We can make the shaker and see how it works. Or, okay, so we can make a shaker. Or I did grab the stuff to make a pin cushion. That one I actually had to think about. So you guys tell me, do you want to make a shaker? Or I'm looking at what I've got here for the opportunity for a pin cushion. I think it would have to be this one, which is yeah. And I'm just kind of I'm very, very laid back, and that's just it. I mean, it is. I'm here to help, and I will coach you if that's what you want. But you run your business, not me. And I think that's the beauty of it. Okay, this is 1 inch. I think this one will be good. So you guys let me know in the comments. What are we going to do? And yeah, I don't want to make the craft table test all about district, but I'm glad that Debbie asked about it. And like I said, if you want to know more, we can definitely do that. And I can be happy to meet with you one-on-one too. Okay, so in the comments, before I put the next poll up, tell me, do you want to make the shaker or do you want to make a little pin cushion? I think a pin cushion would be a good challenge, but I'm okay with doing whatever you want. All right. Well, what I'm going to do is I have the stuff for the pin cushion minus this done. So let's just take it apart, and then you guys can let me know in the comments. So while I'm pulling this apart, so let's leave this on here. And maybe, is this one quite a bit bigger? Not really. But we could just use it to reinforce it, right? Well, that one's got a lot of glue on it. Okay, Denise is saying pin cushion. And I also, if you want, if you haven't seen the video where I did the actual, I think I'm going to have to get a moderator in the future because I feel like I'm doing you guys an injustice. Oh, here's I think somebody asked about that. I didn't put on. It's called the Retro Posies Digital. I'll put that up there for you. I mean, I did think I was being pretty darn organized, but, and that's the one that you just saw. There you go. And then the video where I did I made the teacup pin cushion. If you want like a really more detailed tutorial than what we're going to do right now, you can go check that out afterwards too. And there we go. You guys are the bestest. Yeah, I should have thought that through. They just graciously are doing it. I should have like officially asked because I thought, oh, if I have it in there, it'll be okay. Oh, God bless you too. Okay, we're making the. I think we're making the pin cushion. Denise has spoken. So what I'm doing is trying to get all this glue off of here, which I don't think that that's really necessary. All right, now. Oh, yes. Judy does a great job. All right, let's move this business aside. And here's what I grabbed. I don't even know if this is going to work. This I just used on some of my other projects, and it's actually called Quilter's Batting. It's batting, but it's just a little more dense. So that's all I had really handy, and that's what I grabbed. But, well, let's see if I remember. I know I need rubber bands. This is all pretty stuff that we're going to use. I know we need this. We need this, which I did do in advance because I think this could be really, really cute. All right, so, and then you'll need some kind of string. And I got two different kinds. First I used this that was more like yarn, and it's really thin. I think it's like if you embroidery or needlepoint. Yeah, I appreciate that. I don't expect you to show up when you're supposed to have your Tuesdays off, remember? But I'm glad that you're here. All right, so what you're gonna do, I know how to make the pin cushion, so what I don't know is if I made this wide enough to go in this circle. But this is why we're calling it the craft table test, because we're going to test it. So what you're going to need to do is take 2 pieces of fabric, and you're going to sew them with the right sides in. So eventually we're going to take this and we're going to just turn it inside out. Does that make sense? So, but put them right sides together and then sew down the long ends of them. That's all you need to do. Then you're going to take some string. Now this is baker's twine. I thought better of it after I put this. I'm like, oh, that's going to work. So I think I always do odd numbers, and I think there should be 5 strands here. Okay. And all you're going to do is put this in the middle of it. Gosh, I hope I remember how to do this. I'm going to have to go back and watch my own tutorial. Thank you, Carrie. Are you still on the road? I mean, on the road. Are you still working? We'll miss you. Thank you for stepping in and helping me. I did not realize that's a lot harder than I thought when you're doing it by yourself. Okay, so see how this is like a little more dense than like the regular cotton batting? It may actually work really well. So we're going to just kind of pull this apart a little bit. But my thought is, do we need to do... I guess we could decorate it after we put... What the heck? We're just going to go for it. We'll see what happens. All right. So all you're going to do is you're going to... Yeah. You're going to take one end and you're going to take... And I kind of twist it. And you're just going to put it together like this. And all you need is rubber bands. Now, these might not work very well because they are the ones that like they make the bracelets out of, but we're just going to try it. I mean, we're just considering all of these things are prototypes. And why we're doing this. All right. Now, I mean, that's it. Let's double up on the rubber bands just in case. So, if you've ever made like sweater pumpkins or anything like that, this is basically the same concept. right, now you're going to take it from being inside out, upside down, you're turning me. Gosh, it's been a long time since I made these. Okay, so now this should be like this. Yes. All right, now we're going to stuff it. Now, my problem is I might have to, well, I guess maybe I just keep stuffing it until it's really fat. And perhaps this, I use like regular, the batting that's like, what is it? Well, who knows how much it is nowadays, but like $3 for a big, huge bag of it. Yeah, where's Teresa DeFredo? Yes, thank you, Carol. Have fun. I appreciate you both very, very, very much. This is the first time. Well, I'll be back again next week, and hopefully I'll made some adjustments, and you guys will give me feedback because I know you're kind and sweet and will tell me, I love that, I hated this. Okay, I'm maybe getting overboard with how much I have here, right? All right, I'm trying to do this so you guys can see it. I don't want to be too aggressive with it because, oh, good, Debbie. I'm afraid those rubber bands might not be working too well. Okay, now you're just going to take, oh, that's the other thing we got to do is try our snack. I'm getting a little hungry. You just want to kind of separate these around. They don't have to be perfect. I mean, you can do, if I were going to do this for actually a gift, I would make sure it was neat and tidy. I'm not liking how this top is turning out, but I think it'll be okay. All right, then what you're going to do is you're going to take it like this with your hand, and you're just going to make sure, just hold it like that. I feel like I need more guts. It's not going to fit in there. You're complex. I was like, what, Cotty? I will, thank you. I think I have at least the ones that I wanted to bring up. I think I have them in my notes so I can just copy and paste them in there so I don't have to go over to YouTube. But if I do, I will let you know. Thank you. All right, now let's see if that's fat enough. We're just going to call it fat enough. At least you'll get the concept that we could do this, right? One thing I wanted to tell you guys, if you have something that you think would be a great thing for me to test. Now, granted, I do have a full basket back there, but I'm willing to drop everything for you guys if you got something you want me to try. And I'm not asking you to send me anything, but if you find something silly or fun and it fits in an envelope or whatever, well, heck, maybe don't send it to me if we're gonna have 8% price increases. But you could always do that too. But maybe it's something I can find here. All right, so once you get this together, then twist. Kind of make sure it's tight. It's gonna be, it'll work. It'll work. It's like an octopus, and then you're just gonna, and what you're gonna do is you're going to make sure you get it how you want it. If I were doing this and for real, I take a lot of time to get this nice and circular. Oh, I just lost that rubber band. I like that word. You just added it to the Feral Dictionary. I think I told Carrie, I'm like, I might have been off more than I can chew try doing these projects tonight. But you know what? You don't know if you don't try, right? So live and learn. You can just say, well, I'll never do that again. But I think so far we've done okay. And I'm guessing, like, I'll go to bed tonight and I'll probably dream like I normally do of, oh, I could have done this, I could have done that. And I bet you guys will have more ideas too. And those that watch on the replay, I look forward to hearing what you, I mean, I think the possibilities are endless, right? And chances are, you know, somebody out there's tried it before. Oh, I did want to share two things with you. Speaking of artists, I have something physically tangible that I want to show you. Oh gosh, this is... Now, sometimes the side that ends up looking actually better. Oh, what am I doing? I'm just... Well, that's a great thing. That's the beauty of art, right, Cotty? Is like, sometimes I think that that's way better. Everything should be an experiment, you know? And as I always say, it's just paper or it's just fabric, you know? You can always try it again. Okay, so if I remember correctly, when I did this last time, I think I liked the top of it better. Like, I liked how it looked. I'm going to go a little bit tighter. And I think what I did, because I like the shape of it more on the top, is I put an extra rubber band around it. Is it going to fit in there? Yeah, it will. I think I put an extra rubber band around it. And I think I just cut off the top so that it would fit in there. And then I put something on it. Do I have something to put on it? Maybe. Oh, well, I put a brooch on the top of the last one that I did. Come on. What's stuck in there? I think before we glue this on, just for safekeeping, I'm going to tie this in it. I got to take this off the camera for a second so I can tie it. I think we'll decorate it before we glue it in. Plus, I need to add the hot glue, and I think it should be okay. All right, so I'm just tying this in a double knot with the... There we go. So it's tied. I double knotted it. We're just going to cut this off. And then I'm going to just... Oh, I need my fabric scissors. Oh, my goodness. I don't think my craft room has looked this crazy in a long time. Okay. So now, glue gun. We got to put the glue gun in. All right, while we're waiting for the glue gun to heat up, I want to show you. Don't let me forget to plug that back in. Speaking of the Makers Market and our friend Hope, I want to show you the beautiful journal I got from her. And I purchased this from her. It is absolutely a beautimous. Look at that. And the bonus is that she sent this great bag of goodies. And look at some of those things that are in there. Like this. I can't wait to play with this. I'm going to do a whole full unboxing of this. And Hope, if you're still there, I have been such a good girl. I still have not. I want to open it on camera. I still haven't even opened up the actual journal itself. That is willpower, my friend, but it is absolutely beautiful, and I cannot wait to open it up. So it's sitting here nice and neatly waiting. It's an on-deck journal, but Hope does sell on the Makers Market. So what you do is you just go to the Maker's Market, and then you would search, junk journals or whatever it might be. Okay, ready for a taste test? We'll see what we think. It is gorgeousness. I can't wait to do the the flip through of it. All right, here's what we got. Have you guys ever had these? They're from Vlasic. They're called pickleballs. Isn't that funny? And there's even a pickleball racket on it. I love things spicy, and I love things pickle flavored. So I was like, well, these look pretty good. I got to hear if you've had these before. So I have had is it Cheetos who makes the spicy dill pickle? Or no, what do they call those things? Oh, where's my son when I need him? I don't know what they call them, but I've had those. All right. I don't remember what those other things are called. Fire, I don't know. All I know is I do love them. So we're going to taste test these and see if they're good. Now, I noticed that Denise said, I've tried them, but she didn't say if she liked them or not. So here's what they look like. Ooh, they smell like dill pickle. All right. If you eat your cheese balls, do you crunch them or do you let them melt in your mouth? I'm a melt in my mouth kind of girl. And they're actually, that's kind of really gross. They're kind of green and red. All right. Wow. Well, they're pickly. I'm not sure. Oh, Flamin' Hot Cheetos. That's it. But they're dill pickle Flamin' Hot Cheetos. Yeah, that's it. Okay, is this getting hot? All right, now we got to do the outside of it. Whoa. So I'm thinking we'll just use this as let's just do a punch. Will that fit? Let's do a little bit bigger one because no one's going to see this inside of it. Yeah, I like them to melt in my mouth. When Landon and I went to Georgia, he bought a pack of those Flamin' Hot Dill Pickle Cheetos. And I was intrigued. And so he was driving, and needless to say, I was like, I think I need to try those. And he's like, go ahead, Mom, have one. So I ate like 5 of them, and I folded them all up, put them away. Pretty soon I got the bag out. Long story short, by the time we got to our next stop, I had eaten the whole bag. I'm like, buddy, I think I'm going to have to owe you I'm going to have to buy you another bag of Cheetos. All right, so if we want to make this goo, I think what we're going to do is take this one off and glue it to this because we need to cover this one. Okay, is it going to matter? Okay, we're just going to do it this way then. The other thing that we may need to make a decision on is in May, I'm going to need to switch the day and the time of the week, as you probably noticed, because I said we're going to be doing the Maker's Market May. So my thought is I would, and I know kind of what I want to do, but I don't know what you guys would say. So I'm going to have 2 choices, and I just need to run a poll. I'll actually do it here in a second. I can do it while I'm talking. I should have done it when we had more folks here earlier, but I got to yappa-dabba doing. And let's see. either on Thursday. I'm going to start the poll. All you need to do is answer 1 or 2. Number 1 is start and show. Thursdays it would be at 5 or 6. I mean, I guess I could do 7, but I kind of lose my steam after my creativity dies down after about literally after probably 6 o'clock, but I power through it. It's not a big deal. All right. So I think what I'll do is I'll just, for the sake of time, I'm just going to cover this side and I'll fix that later. So this is going to sit on top of this. It's all down there. And then this is going to go inside and then we're going to decorate around it. So let's get a piece on here. And all you have to do, if you have not done a poll before, we just learned this earlier on in the chat. All you have to do is type your answer. So, and really, I don't know that when I say I kind of know what I want to do. No, I actually don't. I'm just going to put this on there. Oh, Denise, you are definitely my bestie. I do the very same thing. I add the hottest sauce into my chili, which I already make hot. And then I too add jalapenos. And on occasion I then regret it, but most of the time not. Okay, so we have our base. That'll pretty much, I didn't even think about the piece of paper I grabbed that it would match this when I did that. That was luck, pure luck. I got, what was it that I just had the other day that was ghost pepper and it was really good? Was it salsa? I think it was ghost pepper salsa. I loved it. So Demi's boyfriend also likes things really spicy, so that's nice. And Landon is actually kind of stepping into more spicy hot things. He never did before. And Demi's she doesn't mind hot stuff, but it's not her favorite. Okay, so I'm thinking, I mean, it's not the perfect color, but it's what I have sitting here, so I guess that will work. I should have thought about this one. Oh well. This is vintage. What do you think I should use on it? My choices are Fabri-Tac, a glue stick, or glitter glue. What the heck is this? Oh, I have Aleene's. That won't work. It's too much of a wet glue. And then Tight Bond. I'm thinking Saturday. It shouldn't. Isn't she on at 9 in the morning? I mean, I can do any time on Saturday. Am I losing my mind, or it's at 9, isn't it? Fabri-Tac. Okay. Carmen says Fabri-Tac. One was Thursday at 5. And it could be a little bit later than that, possibly, but that was the option for that. And then Saturday at 11. And it may be that I'd like to be consistent, but on the other hand, it's like I would rather be consistent and do it every week. If I had to, if I had a schedule conflict. Well, right now I have enough stuff to do it twice a week, for goodness sakes, but I gotta be reasonable. I guess I could. I guess, I mean, if I had, yeah, I don't know. I'm just talking out loud, friends. You're making all the decisions. Just, I'm just here for the party. Oh, Khadijah, you crack me up. Hey, Carol, is that QR code still for your, if anybody's, whomever is interested in going on the retreat with us, is that the link that I had put up there? Because it's still up there, and I can't remember if it was for just to get to the Makers Market or to get to your shop where you can then register. Yep, that was only a few weeks ago, and I do not remember. We got to craft a lunch. All right, so that worked. Now, here's what it looks like so far. Cute. I feel like we need some of this rickety rack around it. Okay, if that's going to go in here, oh gosh. It needs to be fatter. Do I have a button? I swear, oh, I do have a yellow button. Well, that sucker needs to go down in there first, so we need to let that sit for a second. Thursdays. Okay. And, I guess it will depend, too, how long the next few in April will go. You know what I mean? Like, how long I guess it will depend on what kind of craft things I'm bringing to the table. And do you like this? I mean, I'm giving you times. I should have said, do you enjoy doing this? Is this a fun thing? You testing this stuff? It sure has been, it's really been fun to shop for the stuff, like when I see something that I probably would otherwise pass while I'm thrifting, I'm like, oh, but that would be a great craft table test project. Hey, Jess, I'm sorry I didn't say hi to you. I love hanging out too. And what I really like about it is that other than, I mean, I always will have a few ideas that I bring to the table, but I think you guys, this is not turning out very well, but you're getting the gist. Please go watch my other video if you really want to see how to make these cute. It really does feel like, the good old days when I did the craft and chats, but this one on a whole nother level because, I still would plan what I was going to do. Now I'm just like, well, I've got this and I need to have a couple ideas and then we're just going to wing it. And I kind of like the winging it part when I'm with friends, Okay, I really do not like that, but I don't think I'm going to stick this in here permanently just because I don't really like it. And I think this has potential if I keep working on it to be cute, and I'll just make another one of these or rip that off and put something else. What would be cute is like a vintage, like maybe I have a piece of broken, and here's what made me think about it. Did you guys watch Meredith at Pop Vintage and Homes? Did I already say this about it? I don't think I did yet. But I wanted to mention her because her estate haul, oh my gosh. She got that vintage nail polish. And I have a small collection. When I say small, it's like one thing of like 5 different things of nail polish. But I too got mine at a estate sale, and I had never seen them before. And I just thought they were so cool. And so she had those, and they were so pretty. I just think they look great in the bathroom, you know, in your bathroom or vanity on display. She had a lot of, she always gets beautiful things, and she's very, she curates lots of very cool things, and I love watching her. The other thing that I will be doing, I'm hopeful, is having some guests come, because and I don't know, you probably do know him. I've mentioned him several times. He's the person. I need more glue stick. Hang it. I call him the true paper engineer. I mean, he is amazing, and that is Dave at Dash of Dave. And he has recently, we've been trying for, well, it's been over a year to try to coordinate so he could, we could craft together, because I got some stuff I want him to, you know, I truly think he's a paper engineer, and I love watching him. It just, if I really need to stimulate my brain to think in measurements and numbers, he does a great job. I love to watch his channel, but he just started a podcast, and so I reached out to congratulate him, and I was also like, hey, we've said we were going to do this, and we haven't done it. So come play with me. But so that, like that particular, he is in the UK. So we would have to adjust, obviously, that time, you know, on a time that neither of us would be normally sleeping. What did Carmen said? You can take a needle and thread and make the button press in the center. Yeah, I could do that. Would be a better idea. Yeah, I was trying to figure out solutions for that, and that is the perfect one, Carmen. Brilliant. Thank you, darling. See, what are friends for? I appreciate that very much. Let's see. I can probably, I'm going to stop the poll. I'll probably have to post that again on my community post so others can weigh in that didn't catch this, because they can't, I don't think they can vote on it on the replay unless they just put the numbers in. I guess I could remember. All right, now I think what we need to do, I was thinking, what was I going to do with this? I don't know. But I thought maybe this red would be cute. That's working. Let me get the comments back, because I can see them much better on my laptop than I can by looking up here. Yeah, I love that idea. That would make life so much easier. Do we want? I just feel like this needs something. Maybe I need more time to think about it, but well, I guess that is red. Let's put it here and just see. You guys tell me, because I can't necessarily tell. I mean, it needs to be finished some way on the bottom, because it's not a teacup. Here's the teacup, and again, if you didn't see that, I got a bunch of junk on it, but you know, because every good dentist wife always has a flosser and a strawberry brooch. I don't know. And a wine cork. Well, that's actually for my other. No, I'm not drinking wine while I'm playing with sharp objects, but it's for my pokey tool. All right, I think I'm just going to go for it. All right, so let's talk upcoming dates, just so you know. As I mentioned at the beginning, Cotty and Joanne at Junk Journal with Joanne, the Dollar Tree enabler extraordinaire, will be hosting a pajama party next Monday night at 6 p.m. Central Time on Cotty's channel. If you don't, Cotty, and if you can you share your channel on there? If you don't already subscribe to Cotty and you want to make sure that you get a chance to join the fun, then hop over to her channel, make sure you're subscribed, and of course to Joanne at Junk Journal, Joanne. So that's on April 20th. On April 26th, we have our monthly Bible journaling with Carol at Crinkle Path, Jonna, the Preppy Crafty Girl, and Hazel Anaka at Hazel Anaka Design. And then are the last, next week, next Tuesday, I'll be back for another craft table test with another fun bit of goodies to work on. Wow, that made a mess. So you can mark your calendar for that. And then on the last Tuesday of the month, we'll have our regular live sale. What else? Oh, October is the retreat, and that link. Well, I'm going to put, eventually I'm going to put this hope in. I'm going to glue this in, but I don't like how this looks. So I'm going back to Carmen's idea and fixing it. And so next week I'll come back and I'll show you what my solution was, if that works. Thank you, Carol. Isn't that the 26th? I think it's the 26th. I could be. Never trust me on my dates. I didn't look at my Google Calendar before I got on here. Let's see. There is one, maybe 2 spots left for the October retreat. If you want to know more about that, we are planning a retreat, and we started small. I think there's 12 seats, 12. There were 12 beds, I guess. And so we will be, oh, are you kidding me? It doesn't, I cut it too short. Converging on Holly Lodge, Georgia in October. So if you want to learn more about that, you can go back and watch that live. You can watch it on any of our channels, so you can check that out. Just go to the live tab on those channels. I don't like this. This is really abysmal, I'm telling you. Well, there we know. See, I needed to cut it so that it didn't do that. Dang it. It's all right. We can fix it. Let's see. That's what I get for talking, and no, we're taking the whole damn thing off. No. All right, we're going to think about it. Somehow this is going to be beautiful by next week. I'm telling you. Yeah, did I say that wrong? I think I did, because I was whining about my not very pretty pincushion. So that was kind of a fail for the last one, but we'll call the rest of them a win. Let's look at what we did. Cherry Log, Georgia, at Holly Mountain Lodge. Gee, many Christmas. If I said that wrong, I apologize. And let's see, Maker's Market May, which that will be fun because we're going to be doing hopefully some hops. So sellers can go, and we'll just go. That's what I started to say earlier. One to the next, to the next, to the next. And you should be able to watch some of those, depending on my schedule, on my channel. So that'd be really awesome. And then we go into, let's see, our next May sale will be the end of May 26th, I believe, the last Tuesday in May. And for that one, I believe I need, well, I mean, I shouldn't say it that way. Carol is going to be gone that week. And so, in fact, she will be traveling down to Cherry Log for our inspection and our recognizance mission for the retreat. So I will be asking a guest. So if anyone wants to join us, Sandy and I, on that last week in May. Let me know. No, it should give you plenty of time to plan. I was going to grab the things we made. And I kind of thought that Jonna was going to do it. And then I was like, did I make that up in my head? But I know she's going to be busy. I don't know. But anywhoosies. Okay, so we made the flowers. We made the rosette. That's kind of cool. I mean, that'd be an easy thing to take with. I could just take these and make a bunch of rosettes. I would probably score these if I were to do it, you know, not just testing it. This was pretty easy. This turned out way better and cuter than I thought. It works great to do the mark making and also with the watercolor, just as fun. We did the over the top tuck with that one. We used Jen from Jen's Junk Idea from her Give a Scrap. And then we have these two that we could use. Actually, you could even make these into closures too, you know, tie the string around them, have them on the side, or just like a mini book. Oh, the other thing I think would be cool that I didn't do, we used a lot more of these than I thought. I think these would make a cute mini journal, but here's what if by next week you come up with a brilliant idea, let's just pretend, but I think this would make a cool mini journal, but figuring out how to recognizance. That's it. Hinge it through the center of this. I think that would be fun. I don't know. And then we made the very abysmal, not good pin cushion. And the one thing we didn't do was make a shaker. So maybe before next week, I'll try to make, I can't guarantee I'll get that shaker done, but I will fix this and make it more pretty. But I hope you enjoyed that. I think I covered everything. And I linked as much as I could. And thank you again, Carrie. And thank you, Carol, for bailing me out and adding some of those for me. I really, really appreciate it. Go check out all of those links and all of our friends that we mentioned. And we will see you next time. I'm just glad that you guys all decided to spend your time with me tonight. And hopefully you thought this was as fun as I did. And for all of you who are hanging out, thanks for being here. We will see you all soon. Take care.
At the Crafty Girls Create Retreat.